Hi everyone, it's Doreen with Ooh La La Vintage Treasures, and I'm excited to share with you my latest project that I created using a candle holder that I bought from Goodwill. And I purchased this candle holder for $1, and it was black, and so what I did is I painted it. The paint that I used was this Dixie Belle, and this is a chalk mineral paint, and I get this at my local antique store. It kind of reminds you of the Annie Sloan paint. So, but it's really nice because it covers the metal perfectly. And if you want that shabby look, that paint is perfect for a project like that. It paints a lot of metals, woods, any kind of styrofoam, any kind of paper. It's really an awesome paint. And so I wanted to try it out from my antique store because I frequently go to that store, and she started carrying the paints. So what I did is I purchased this metal frame here. And it stands about, let's see, it's about 12 inches high, I think, and about 8 inches wide. So I had my peat pots on hand because I created the candy station using the peat pots. So I had some extra ones on hand. So I wanted to give a try with creating a flower station. I have a lot of flowers that I like to keep separate from my other flowers, and so this was kind of a way for me to display them in my craft room and be able to see them. I have to see things to be able to use them. I have a problem with if I put it in a box, I won't use it, and then it'll just be left alone for a long time. So I like to coordinate my things accordingly. Like I like to put my pink flowers with my pink flowers, my whites, my creams. I like to separate everything. So this was kind of a visual way for me to see my flowers, and I really think it came out really cute. Now the first one at the bottom, what I did is I put a doily, and it's just a regular cream doily. Any kind of doily will work, but I wanted to kind of show you that the frame, it's not a metal circle underneath here. It's a circle that just goes around the perimeter of where the doily is. I don't know if you can really see that, but you put a glass holder in it to hold a candle. So when you're out looking at your thrift stores, be thinking about different ways of using those metal things, because I was thinking, oh, I think a peat pot will fit in there, but I wasn't sure. So I brought it home and I played with it. And at first what I was going to do is glue the pots down, but I decided I didn't want to glue them down. I just wanted to be able to, you know, place them on the shelf and then grab them and use them, and you know, as I'm using and making bouquets that way. Okay, so what I did is I painted the pot with the chalk paint that I just mentioned, and I just went, you know, basically added the lace to the top, and I'm going to take what's in the inside out so you can see. And I used this really shabby trim, and see, I put a doily down the bottom, and that's just for me, to, you know, just for my aesthetics, I guess you would say, and put this fringe here. And I really like how this fringe looked on the top because it gave it a real messy, shabby look. So I put that at the top, and then I added this really thin Venice lace right here, all the way around the side of the cup, around the top, and gave it a really nice trim to the top, as I didn't want the top of the rim to show. So after I painted, I added the two trims to the top, and then I added this third trim here. So I added this little tiny cute little flower trim right there. Okay, then I came back and I added an applique, and the applique goes all the way around. This is a bridal applique. So right here, it starts here and it goes all the way around to here. Okay, and then I just placed a couple of my small doilies in the background, and then I placed one of my big, huge, love the sparkly bling here. I am calling this my sparkle kits, and I will be putting some kits up with these colors, so be looking out for that, because real soon I'll be having those up on the store, and I'll be posting on Facebook when I do put those up and available to you. But this particular bling, I have a lot of different sparkles that look like this. I keep saying bling because bling is everywhere, but I changed it to sparkles just to make it my own for the store. And this particular sparkle has a lot of pearls in it and a lot of rhinestones. Isn't that beautiful? I just love this. And this is a very large piece, and it is a ring top, okay? so you might have seen this one before. But I absolutely love the way they look on these peat pots. And I will tell you that the peat pots are lightweight, so you will have to put something inside of it. And at the bottom, what I did is I painted the bottom, and then I kind of removed the paint. And I like how that looks because it's really, really shabby looking. And I wanted to, you know, kind of leave the peat pot look there too. So I just painted the bottom, and then I shabbied it up and then removed some of the paint, kind of scraped off the paint. So if you wanted to, you could put a circle at the bottom, you know, and finish it off with a circle, but I just left it like that because it's for my purpose anyway, and I think it just looks beautiful sitting there. Okay, so when you go to put your planter here, it does sit nicely up here, but you are, see how if you bring it forward, it's going to fall over because of this bling is kind of heavy. So I have these I have this in my candy station kit, and they're a circle. They look like this, and they have a bow at the top. And what they are is they're the perfect form that when you put the flowers inside, it kind of makes like a little tussy-mussy kind of look to it. So what I did is I took and I kind of just placed my flowers in there, you know, how I wanted them. And then I just wrap it around like that. And then I have, you know, old jewelry that I like to see the pearls. And it has like, you know, just charms and things hanging off. And so what I did with this one is I lay it down, I'll show you. I lay it down here inside the cup, and it gives it some weight on the side. So when you add everything inside and you do like this, and you just kind of, you know, set it the way you like it, if you like it fanned out or if you like it tight, however you like it. And then it just sits on the shelf nicely, and then you don't have to worry about it falling over. Okay, so there's that one. And then I'm going up to the middle here in the other two rows. I like to do the pinks together again. So what I did is I mixed the tea dye, the cream, and the white together because I love those colors. But the flowers were pink, so I wanted to keep the cups a neutral tone. So what I did is the same thing. I put the little, this is tea dyed, which is the same little thing I showed you, the doily, kind of lace doily looking thing. And then as I did, I just placed all my flowers down inside. And then here I have a little pearl hanging off the edge. This is another vintage pearl. So this is a good way to store your pearls, or, you know, display your pearls so you can see them and see how beautiful they are. And it's kind of part of your display too. So then what I did is on this one, I added this trim, but you really can't see underneath here. It's like a lace trim, and then I added this one over the top. Then I added this simple lace all the way around. And then I just made a bow. This bow I have in my kits also, but this particular bow, what I did is I kind of mocked the bow in the back, and I just took and pleated the lace so that it makes a bow, and kind of just glued it to the back of this other bow right here, and added this little rosette here, and then this is a vintage button here. And then right here I wanted some you know, some movement, so I added a vintage rhinestone right there. Okay, so that's that one. I'm kind of going really fast here. And then the bottom's nothing exciting on the bottom there, but that's that one. Okay, and so that holds my pink flowers. And then this one holds my forget-me-nots. And look how pretty those are. Aren't they gorgeous? So this one I did the bow also, but I did the bow in white. And I added the cream lace here, right here. And then I added this cute little trim here, and this is all Venice laces here. And this one with the hearts on it. And I just, you know, took my Fabri-Tac and I went all the way around and just glued it. Added another doily, a bow, and another vintage button. And again, some more movement. So I just did one of my rhinestone pieces that I put in the kits. And I just did that right there, so it has that movement. And it's just perfect. Again, another lace piece. And this is another piece of pearl hanging out there. So that just sits right there on the shelf. Now, on the top here, these are my favorite right here in the middle, these sparkly ones. The pink in the center. This one I did tea dyed in the background again. So I added the tea dyed. This is a big piece right from here to here all the way down. And then I added the cream at the top. So, and then I just added some random doilies and then put some appliques from the wedding trim. And because you're not really going to see the back, I didn't really, you know, worry too much about going all the way across. And I just wanted to balance out the front. So in the front I put the doily and I put this pearl bling in the center here. And these little flowers that I sell on the store. And these are the ribbon flowers. Okay, and then this is just a sparkle in the center there. And then here is the pink sparkle flowers. I had these in the cupcake doily flower kit, the sprinkle cupcake doily. So if you ordered that, you've seen these flowers. They had them in the kit there. Okay, then that one just sits in the middle like that. And then this is like my absolute favorite. These are my vintage pearl flowers. And there's a lot going on, so let me go ahead and take this out so you can kind of see this better. So what I have here is I went around the top, all the way around the top with this trim at the top, because I like that you know, you can put different of your trims that stick up. So I put the Venice trim up here, and I actually snipped the edges. So this was together, and I just cut it so that it was loose. So it just kind of has its own movement. And then I had these vintage crystals, and they were just so pretty and sparkly, so I just hung them off the side like that. And this is another one of this is a crocheted piece right here. And then I added this sparkle wedding applique on both sides. And then this big bling and this tulle flower in the center. And this tulle flower is just real simple. It's just a gathering stitch and taking some tulle and making a flower, adding your bling in the center there. Okay, so what I did is I left the back plain again, and then I used the trim at the top. So here's how it looks with before I have the flowers in it, and I'll show you in a second here. Now these particular flowers, they spread out a lot, so I like to keep them contained in the container. See how they are? They're real spread out. So again, I just take the lace piece, and I just kind of wrap it around and stick it in the peat pot, and that's what it looks like. So I'll go back and I'll show you all the pots again in case I went too fast and talked too fast, as I usually do. And then here's the last one, another one of my favorites. Look at those yums there. Love those. I used the white lace in here, and like I said, all of them are the same dimensions with the little toppers with the bows, but some are tea dyed and some are white. That's the only difference you're going to see. Okay, so then I'm going to take it out and show you what I did here. So on this one, I used my wedding appliques again. At the top I did this lace trim here at the top, and then I did this right here, this Venice trim, and then added this. Underneath is some tea dyed crocheted trim. It's like it's not really crocheted, it's kind of like a doily material. So that's underneath there, but it is a trim like a lace. It's not a piece of a doily. But you could use your doilies or any kind of scraps that you have. And so then I just did the pearls going all the way across, and then so because I did the cream, I did the white, and then I added this earring into the center, and it has the white pearls. This is a doily here, so that's what that one looks like. Love that one. And again, wrap the little things around it. This one is my favorite. This has a beautiful clasp on it, and these pearls. So I drape the pearls inside with the clasp on the outside, and I get to enjoy my, see how it looks there? So it hangs off the edge. And so I'm just going to go and I'm going to show you each one again. And then as I was finishing up, I wanted to have like some movement on the side. I was going to add a bunch of charms, but I thought you're really not going to see it too much. So I didn't add any more charms because it's just really pretty with just the flowers and all the lace and the sparkle and the pearls. So I didn't really feel like it needed anything else to it. So I will take it off and show you what I did on the back too. Okay, so there's this one. This is one of my favorites. Love all those pearls. And they're individual little flowers, so they're kind of fun because they have their own little pieces of pearls attached to it. And these are all vintage flowers, so I love looking at my flowers and using them in the bouquets that I put in the kits. It's really fun to add my vintage pieces and share with all my people, all my friends out there on YouTube and that visit me at the store. Okay, so there's that one. And this one here, again, love those forget-me-nots. That's the back side. See, I made it really shabby right there, but I love how it looks. Love that shabby. I was going to put book pages, and you could do book pages and Mod Podge them on, but I decided I do a lot with book pages, so I didn't want to add book pages to this one, so I just kept it just the way it was. And here's this one, another one of my favorites. I really don't have a favorite. I like them all. And it's a great way to use your favorite appliques and your favorite you know, trims that you have in your stash. And it really doesn't take a lot to make this. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take them all down, and I'm going to show you how this looks. I'm trying to take this down and keep these in your eyesight, but I don't think it's going to work that way. So I'll just go like this and move them out of the way. Okay, so on the stand itself, maybe if I put them over here, you can see them. Nope, I'm not seeing them unless I put them right in front of the camera, right? Okay, so here's what I did. I added the, like I said, I added the doilies, so here's what the base looks like. It's all open here. So you could add another couple things down here if you wanted to for storage. You could add, you know, your little leaves or whatever, and I might go back and add that later. But what I did on the back side is I added lace all the way to the back, and it's a crocheted piece, and it's really large, and so it's one piece here and then another piece here, so I kind of pieced it together to make it one piece. And then there's the trim at the back, and then on the sides I just put this vintage tulle, and it has these cute little fuzzy balls in them. See that? So I just put that on the side just to give it some prettiness on the side there, because you know it sits like this, so it's kind of plain, but when you add the trims to the side, you know, you could add some more laces if you want, but I just like the softness how this was. So that is basically all I did is fabric tacked everything on. So when you're working with it, you can use your hot glue, but be careful. I've been hearing a lot of people burning their fingers lately, and so that's why I love that, you know, this other glue, because I don't have to worry about burning my fingers. And so I hope that you have enjoyed looking at my flower station. And it's so fun because look, see, I showed it one way and now I'm putting it back a different way. So it's kind of funny. But I encourage you to try it, and if you do make one, I'd love for you to share it with me on Facebook, or you know, send me a photo or send me a picture or do a YouTube video. I think it's a really fun project, and I'm going to be making some more projects for my craft room. And so I hope that you've enjoyed this, and I hope that I didn't talk too fast, that you didn't understand what I was saying, because you know that tends to happen sometimes. But I appreciate you stopping by, and you guys, I'll be back with some more videos to share with you. I have some more storage ideas that I'm working on, and stay tuned because I'll be back. Okay, bye everyone.